Okay, so as I'm trying to build my skills, I like to watch a lot of videos like this. Brandon builds the home lab and Tech with Wally. I like Tech with Wally. He's going to build out a data center as a network engineer. So he's actually going to show us exactly what
the data center build that I'm planning to build very soon. And just talk is here. And then we also have some really old Unify. I don't even know what this is, but this is going to be a really fun build for you guys. I want to get more into the technical base here. So let me show you. This is pretty cool. But it's a really old Cisco switch, as you can see. Let's go ahead. Easiest way to get into networking. As a networking, watching this YouTube video, it's stored somewhere back that once you actually have this here and everything's set up, it's a remarkable thing, right? And
so I like to look at the actual equipment, right? We're working on the packet tracer, but I want to see what we're going to be dealing with, right? Brandon builds the home lab.
All right, welcome back to the LAN lab. As you can see here, too. And
now this is good because he's teaching us how to troubleshoot.
When you're working on huge networks, like with...
Right, so let's take a look at what we've learned so far. We have the router to the router. You have the Giga, the interfaces here. Giga Ethernet 01, Giga Ethernet 010000. There's your IP static routes demo. Now, what I like is that this guy will actually map this out. And check it out.
And then that's a success. So
hopefully it's called why these routers can't talk.
Now, let's get into the fun stuff.
Which is part of the troubleshooting.
So here we have R1, R2, and R3.
There we go. They're
licensed. And I've already plugged these in and configured them with IP addresses just because we went over that in the last video. So I'm not going to waste your time by going over that again. So here I manually plugged in into G00, the same thing, the same way as in Packet Tracer. Let me just zoom in on that. Into R2.
It's paralleling it to Packet Tracer.
R2 goes into G01 up here. Sorry, it's a bit difficult to see. Into G01 on R3.
Like we saw it on the Packet Tracer.
So R1 does not know directly about R3, but let's get that static route configured so they'll be able to ping each other.
So this is the kind of stuff that I watch to learn troubleshooting.
And this makes me so happy because right now I'm plugging in. Let me just make this full screen.
Here we go.
Since we are, all we have now is the serial. There's no packet tracer. There's no topology to help us really understand what's going on. I mentioned this before in the previous video.
Down. These are down.
Descriptions are 3 routers over here. A bunch of headache later. So let's get to that IP route.
So I'm trying to learn troubleshooting.
All right, there we go.
Why are these not communicating? That's going to be an issue.
Same thing as I did.
And I recognize some of these commands, right?
But just on our physical router now. And now they move my. So as you saw, I probably sped that up and edited it. But
there.
I pulled out Packet Tracer just because it's easier to notice, like, common issue. You're going to get this message, inconsistent address and mask. Because again, we're not going to the actual interface. We are going to the network with the static
route. Let's go here to Paolo Reyes.
Get out of here.
Paolo Reyes. I think this guy.
Welcome to the uh-oh zone, where the network that you have is no longer the one that you need. But there is a better way. Cisco.
So in every video, we've been physically consoling into the switch with this console cable. However, to be the management VLAN. Between switch 1 and switch 2, we're going to make a trunk that allows both of these VLANs, and we're going to configure switch 2 to accept SSH connection, console into it. Since we've connected port 1 on the switch to our Windows laptop, let's configure port 1 on the switch to be VLAN 10 access port.
The other guy was using Moab something, similar function. Anyway, we're learning. That's what we're doing. Cool. So anyway, I like to use the real hardware, right? Because, I want to use the packet tracers to learn how to network, configure, but then I like to see it applied in a real lab. So if I could put my hands on it, I could do that, right? It's the same concept. I could route that. I did have a background in audio engineering, so I understand signal flow. And then we got to open the CLI the CLI command line interface, the CLI, I call it that because the song sings it as CLI. And that's how we practice with troubleshooting.